That's what we should do. It shouldn't be a trailer breakdown. It should be the three of us really doing ayahuasca. Like that would go viral. If all three of us did ayahuasca.
Hi, I'm Keanu.
I'm Aziz.
And we are breaking down
the trailer for Good Fortune.
My name is Gabriel. I'm an angel. I'm here to save you.
What? When I was working on the script, I had the idea of like, oh, Keanu being on top of the Griffith Park Observatory and that being like a fun way to open the movie, and the themes of the movie are so in LA, and yeah, it's definitely a fun place to film.
It's the city of angels.
It is that as well. That's true. You also have Keanu and Angel Wings around like all these places in LA.
Gabriel's a little sad. So it's that juxtaposition that sometimes you get in LA, which is, it's beautiful outside, but you're kind of sad. And then because of the sunlight and the sunshine, you're happy.
LA is a character in the film.
I mean, you could tell from the trailer, it's like, this is Los Angeles. But it was fun standing on the dome, looking out over the city with this heroic shot of Gabriel. For me, it was an interesting way to set the character, because you kind of see him kind of privately in a way, with this kind of stature. And then he transitions into this kind of vulnerability and innocence. I liked being able to set that there, but have this move forward. But this is in the background of the base of the character.
One day, my casting director, Carmen, called me and said, "What about Keanu?" And I was like, "Keanu? Is that a possibility? Like, that's real? That could really happen? He would consider working with me?" And she was like, "Yes." And I said, "Yeah, I would love to meet him. That would be incredible." And I was like, "Oh my God, this guy." I was like, it has to be him. And then we started talking, and even after your name came up, I started reading it and doing my Keanu voice with the lines, and it was really making me laugh. Before we met, I did like a little Keanu film festival and was watching Bill and Ted, and I rewatched Parenthood, which you're so funny in, and I know Seth.
Oh, Todd.
Just seeing like little things you're doing in that, like it just felt like, oh, we could really take some of your big strengths comedically and put it into Gabriel, and it just felt like it was so perfect. And then I think I told you this one day when we finished rehearsing. Thank you so much for doing this, and if you weren't doing it, I don't even know if I'd make the movie anymore.
Oh my gosh, yes you would. And it was cool when you shared with me the kind of elements of Todd and Ted Theodore Logan that you wanted to have a kind of infuse Gabriel with.
Party on, dudes!
So that gave me a kind of clear path to the character. And then when you shared the script, I thought, this is good.
Once we had Gabriel as a character, once I had that idea of like, oh, he's a guardian angel and he does his thing and he kind of messes up. You're telling me I have a budget guardian angel?
Kinda.
I mean, I think it's the idea that the guardian angel he has is not really supposed to be doing this kind of stuff of talking to people and guiding their lives. He's supposed to be saving people from texting and driving. And Gabriel has overstepped his bounds a little bit because he wants to help.
But hang on,
this
if
guy.
it's budget, then it's like, I'm the cheap angel. I'm not like the high-end angel. I'm not a 5-star angel.
Yeah.
I'm a budget angel.
You're like a Holiday Inn.
I'm a wonderful Holiday Inn angel.
Yes.
I'm an angel. See the wings?
Oh, what if his wings are small because he has like a lower duty?
I'm a lower order angel.
Yeah.
Could you fly?
My wings are too small.
Not the size of the wing.
Actually, it is.
Oh, that's too bad.
So that was where the little wings came from.
And they're funny. It was cool though with the wardrobe person as well, just kind of designing the harness for the wing, because we came up with this system and the way they could slot in.
We didn't want you to look like you were a Victoria's Secret angel. We wanted to make sure you had a little bit more life to your wings. We didn't want you to look like Gisele Bündchen.
I don't think there would have been that chance. But it really placed the character for me. It was like, sometimes you think about the character's shoes. So the wings would kind of make me be a certain way and move a certain way, gave me a status, and were really kind of indicative of who the character was, the lower order angel, and it asks all these questions. Why are your wings small? And then of course, practically, you had to get used to it because I would bump into things until I kind of got my space.
There's a long history of these. The moment with me and Gabriel at the Denny's, right? Where the angel meets the guy, and that's obviously It's a Wonderful Life. Also movies like Matter of Life and Death. There's that moment where a guy meets the angel and the angel proves, hey, no, I'm really an angel. You're not going crazy.
Are you cracked?
And then the angel is usually very good.
Yes, very capable.
In this movie, he's not.
I tried to show him that wealth wouldn't solve all his problems.
And?
It seems to have solved most of his problems.
And he actually ends up going on a journey of his own.
Yes. Flip.
My life is just in the service of people like Jeff.
Arj, I'm Jeff. A pleasure.
The people who actually get to live. When I was writing Jeff, I was like, who can be Jeff? Like, I need someone that's like funny, but like, can be this kind of douchey guy, but also be kind of likable in a certain way. And then I was like, oh, Seth should be that guy. I mean, I think what's interesting about LA is like people like Arj and Jeff are crossing paths all the time and have such different lives, but they're in these same kind of places, So that was kind of the idea with Jeff, I think. What happened to Jeff?
Is there any update on the Huevos Rancheros for Alex?
He has your life.
I love that reaction.
Okay, you see that robot there that says Finnegan? That was the thing we added because when I was in LA when we were filming, I started seeing all these little delivery robots rolling around West Hollywood. And I was like, oh my God, these things have got to get in Seth's way when he becomes a food serve driver. I actually did some DoorDash delivery for a while to train or not to train, but just to understand. And I was,
did?
Yeah, and I was terrible.
What do you mean you were terrible?
I went with this guy who I interviewed all these people that do this job. And then one guy I got along with kind of well. I was like, hey, could I do like a ride along? And he was like, sure. And so I said, hey, well, could I just do everything and take over the account? And he was like, yeah, sure, okay. The first one, I remember I had to go pick it up. And I was like, well, the food will be ready. And he was gonna tell me some tip. And I was like, no, let me just do it. Let me make mistakes, okay? Because then that'll help me with the writing.
Yeah.
So I just like double parked and like went over to get the food. And of course, food's not ready. And people are starting to honk at me, just like what happens in the movie. And I'm like, oh God. And then I get it. And then I'm trying to back up, and then I almost backed into a telephone pole, because like Jeff, my car has beeps, and his car didn't have the beeps.
Oh my gosh. Life, art, life.
I did it for a few hours, and I quickly understood that this is much harder than I think people realize, and I hope everyone that watches the movie tips their delivery drivers more after they watch it.
I think we should talk about how beautiful your shots are.
Oh, come on.
And the cinematography and the lighting.
Yeah,
and the composition.
That's our amazing DP, Adam Newport-Berra. He really came through for us, and yeah, he did a great job.
Yeah.
By the way, do you know I have that cold plunge now? When we finished shooting, they were like, do you want that cold plunge? And I was
got
like,
the tub?
Yeah, I have it. I did it this morning. It's pretty early.
You did?
Yeah, and I did it this morning. That's why I'm so refreshed. The pool party. Yeah, that was a wild day. I mean, I gotta give it up to the background artists we had that day, because they were dancing and going crazy for a long, long time. And luckily it was a nice day, and it was, yeah, it was a really fun scene to film. We had a drone and all the stuff, and yeah, I mean, it was supposed to be like my character finally getting to really live it up, and yeah, it was a good time.
You're up here in this huge house. I'm fighting just to get by.
You'll never believe me, but I've been there.
Keke!
We love Keke. Keke's character is Elena, who works with Arj at a place called Hardware Heaven, which is like a big store that sells like hardware stuff. And they're both kind of struggling in their own way. My character is just kind of given up, and he's just kind of upset about everything. And Keke's character is fighting. She's trying to unionize her store. And I had Keke in my head when I was writing this character, and I was so glad she was able to do it. Elena is, she's kind of the soul of the movie, and her journey in trying to unionize the Hardware Heaven is kind of, it's kind of a contrast to Arj, who's kind of like, oh, he just kind of has given up and has kind of lost all hope, whereas she's like, trying to go for it.
Gabriel, why did you do this?
Had you guys worked together before? Mm-mm. Did you know she was Canadian?
No.
I didn't either. There's a lot of Canadians. I didn't know there was that many Canadians. It's you, Seth, and Sandra's. Maybe one too many, but it's okay.
It was so lovely to work together. She's my boss, and she's got bigger wings.
It's all true.
She's a higher order angel.
Angel management, if you will.
Angel management. And she's trying to shepherd me on my lost way.
That scene, me and Keke dancing, Keke was just dancing. I had to have a guy who like showed me how to dance and stuff for a couple of dancing scenes. A gentleman named Michael Arnold, who's an incredible choreographer. There's another scene where I do a big dance and I wanted help to
We're going to see a little bit of that in the trailer.
Yeah, it's in there. And I remember there was something in Wolf of Wall Street where, you know, and when Leonardo DiCaprio does this thing at like his wedding in Wolf of Wall Street. And so I was trying to figure out like, oh, who helped with that? And I found out about Michael, who worked with him and worked with Joaquin Phoenix on Joker and this movie Two Lovers where he does a cool dance. So I was like, this guy can help me come up with the dance. Keke, meanwhile, is just like the most incredible dancer, did all this stuff and didn't need any help.
Just like that.
Get a disco floor for my party and find a shaman to take me on an ayahuasca journey.
So the ayahuasca, that was led by a real ayahuasca shaman who does in fact work with the very big A-list actor. I don't want to say who, but that was a real ayahuasca shaman, just so you know.
Really?
Yeah.
Did Seth like go method and did he do some ayahuasca?
No, that would have been rough for a few days.
Well, I mean, you could have prepped. Did you guys do like an ayahuasca
That
thing
should be what we
together?
should. That's what we should do. It shouldn't be a trailer breakdown. It should be the three of us really doing ayahuasca. Like that would go viral. If all three of us did ayahuasca and you filmed it, we live stream. Okay, we're gonna stop the trailer breakdown. Me and Keanu are gonna do ayahuasca and we're gonna live stream it for 24 hours. I'm in if you are. I'll call the shaman now.
I can't. We hope you enjoyed the trailer for Good Fortune.
Yeah, we'll see you at the theater.